Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we sit in. Folks, we got a disgraceful show for y'all today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, even though NBA viewership is up 92%, there's something that I just still can't get over. And that thing is the fact that NBA players are still missing games in an absolutely disgusting fashion. It's disgusting. And one would have thought that after Michael Jordan came out there and made some comments about load management, things would have changed. As you guys know, Michael Jordan, one of the clips that dropped, I believe it was last week, was when he touched on the issue of load management. And they asked Michael Jordan what were his thoughts on it. For those of you who don't remember what MJ had to say, I want to play what MJ had to say about load management quickly, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Michael Jordan here.
The term load management has become such a hot button in the NBA.
How I know you were going to talk about that one?
Because you played 80 games a lot. You played 82. What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him up. You know, he's calling me all kinds of names. I definitely want to shut him up.
Right.
You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show, right? So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
So give me the first time that you came to that fork in the road in your career where you could have sat down and missed a game, but you fought through.
Started my career.
Okay.
I twist my ankle. And I had a teammate. He says, "You twist your ankle, young fella. Come over and sit with me. You know, this is you need to." I said, "No, man. I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact." And I twisted my ankle. I taped it up, and I went back out and I played. I always felt that. I always felt the necessary need that I could never leave my comrades out if I could perform, right? Even if I couldn't. You know, Utah, great example. You know, everybody said the flu game. It's game 5, which is a very pivotal game. I was going to find a way to get out there, even if I was a decoy. Well, once I got out there, you know, you never know how, you know, pushing yourself, you never know what happens, right?
So that night you got out there and you found you could do more than you thought you were going to be able to do.
Next thing you know, the emotions, the situation, the need of the team, you know, all those things catapulted me to, I'm going to gut this thing out. You know, back to your point of what load management is, you know, you play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work or your next, you know, challenge. Now, I'm the worst. I mean, maybe I'm not one of the guys that you would probably model that, or you know.
I was going to say, did you do that every time?
But you should think about that in retrospect of what load management really is. I always felt like one is a sense of pride for the fans that are paying.
Right.
2 is a sense of, you know, making sure that I stay sharp. You know, I'm not going to lose it. And 3, I want our rhythm as a team to always be there. It can disrupt that synergy that's happening.
Great. So you heard what Michael Jordan said. So one would have thought, man, Jordan is back. Jordan would have said, you know, greatest play ever, said this. Maybe it would have inspired guys to play more. But in fact, it's the total opposite that is happening. Players are missing games without any regard for the fans. And it's absolutely insane. Yesterday, on our channel, I posted a comment. And I said, can somebody please tell me, is Kawhi Leonard still playing in the NBA? Because I can't tell. That guy doesn't care at all. Best thing I ever did was stopping to root for that guy. There's a Kobe guy who was a Iron Man, or like a guy that would just go out there and give it his all. I don't even know how I ended up rooting for Kawhi. Well, I know because of his play style and the endorsement of Kobe and all of that. But you have that. Now, if you look at Kawhi, if you look at let's look at some players here this year that have missed games. The Clippers are currently the 12th seed in the Western Conference with a 3-6 record. They're horrible. And one of the reasons they're horrible is because their best players are missing games left and right. They played 9 games. Of the 9 games that the Clippers have played this year, Kawhi Leonard has only played 5. So if they were to play, if he were to play if they were to play one more game without him, he would have missed 50% of the games already. If he were to play the next game, he would have missed 40% of the games already. But it's not just him. Let's look at Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards this year has only played 6 games. Let's look at Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves this year has only played, he's played 7 games. Let's look at Stephen Curry this year. Stephen Curry has played 8 games. Nikola Jokic, he's playing his games. Let's look at Giannis, who I think is leading the race right now for the MVP. He's played 9 games. And of course, let's look at Luka Doncic. He's played 6 games. Then today I saw another news that Jalen Green, who just came back and made his debut for the Phoenix Suns, is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a hamstring injury during the day he made his debut, or the second game, or whatever it was. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, if these guys don't care to play every single game, why should I care? Let me tell you one of the reasons I don't support the Clippers anymore. The Clippers are a very frustrating team to support, and I'll tell you why. First of all, they give absolutely zero information to the fans when players are missing games. You don't even know half of the time a guys are going to be there or not. They give no information. And what happens is, because they love to load manage their guys, they put themselves in a situation where it's almost like throwing games, where they lose games left and right. And then what happens? They lose so many games that at a certain point in the season, like around February, they realize, oh my God, man, we're in the play-in tournament picture. Then they start freaking out and trying to rush guys to play a lot of games to catch up, so they miss the play-in tournament because of all of the games that they lost from sitting out their stars. And before you know it, they run Kawhi Leonard into the ground, and he either gets injured in round 1, or they end up getting knocked out in round 1. And that's been the story with them. Luka Doncic. The Lakers this year have played, let me see how many games the Lakers have played. 10 games. Luka's already missed 40% of those games. And Luka was supposed to be in tip-top shape. And let me tell you something. Given the fact that the NBA has marketed his game, has built its game around stars, when stars don't show up, it makes it very difficult to watch these games. It makes it extremely difficult. But here's something you should be expecting to happen. You better be expecting that a lot of these guys are going to hit that 65 game threshold. Why is that threshold so important? Because when you hit the 65 game threshold, that's when you can qualify like for things like the scoring title, making all NBA teams, making defensive teams, winning the MVP. I think also different than that. Defensive player of the year, which then has a direct impact on the amount of money you can make. Because when you have those feathers in your hat and you're hitting those type of benchmarks, those milestones, then you can earn more money. So expect them to hit that number miraculously. But for the other nights, don't expect much. And it's a league-wide problem. I can only imagine what the paying customer must feel like going to these games, knowing damn well that these guys, there's a probability they won't even be there. And most of the times, you won't even have an explanation. Most players are not even injured. They're not even injured. They're just nursing a few knick-knack things there, and they're not playing. But still going to collect the full check for the 82 games. The full check. It's just crazy. And I find it to be extremely difficult to root for these guys. I really do. I find it to be very difficult to root for these guys. And it's sad. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And we'll catch you guys on the next show. I'm out. Peace.